In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your very own net worth tracker. So whether you're new at this or you've been tracking it for a while, the net worth tracker is going to give you a higher level view of your personal finances altogether. Down in the description of this video, I have a link to my personal finance level up kit, which includes the net worth tracker, but also the debt payment calculator, budget template, emergency fund calculator. So make sure you go download the net worth tracker so you can follow along. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so this is the net worth tracker. And if you're new to me, my name's Chris. I've been an accountant for 10 years. I created this myself to hopefully help you get a higher level view of your entire personal finances. So the first thing you're going to want to do is actually make a copy of this file because you won't be able to edit it. So there's a couple ways to do this. The first way is you go up to File, you go to Make a Copy, you click on this folder here, and it's going to take you to your Google Drive. Okay, so you click My Drive, select, and then you make a copy. The other two ways, so if we go to File here, you can go to Download, and you're just going to want to make sure that this is in a Microsoft Excel or CSV format, or you can email this file to yourself here, and then you just make sure that the file is a spreadsheet file. At its core, the net worth calculator is just going to track two things for you. One, how valuable your stuff is, so your assets, and two, how much money you owe other people, your liabilities. As you can see here, it's a pretty simple file. There's only a few sections where you need to fill out your information, so I just kind of wanted to quickly go through each of them, just quickly explain what they are, and then show you how all of these calculations work and how the file works. The first section here, we're gonna start with assets, is our cash. There's checking, savings, etc., and you know what this means. So let's just fill this out. Let's say you have, I don't know, you have $5,000 in your checking account, you've got $2,000 in your savings account, your total cash is $7,000, okay? Cash is very easy to determine. If you have $7,000, it's worth $7,000. The next section we're going to go over is investments. So this is specifically not retirement investments, and that's down here, so we'll get into that later. This is if you just have like random stocks or whatever through whatever brokerage you use. Like for example, if you have Apple stock or if you have Tesla stock. So for this example, let's just say you have $10,000 in this brokerage account, right? Your total investments is $10,000. If you have cryptocurrency, for example, I would probably put that in this section as well, maybe other investments. And again, this one's pretty easy to determine, right? If you have $10,000 in your brokerage account, it's worth $10,000, okay? The next section is property. And now this is a little trickier to get the actual value of what you have, okay? So this is, let's say you have your primary residence, that would be considered property, or maybe you have your car that's still worth money, that is property that you own, okay? So let's say, for example, you own a home and you've done your research and maybe the average market value is $400,000. So we're gonna put $400,000 there because this asset for you, the market value, is worth $400. Now, you don't own $400,000 unless you've paid off your entire mortgage, right? So we're gonna get into that on the liability side, but we have to put in the market value of the house here. Same thing with your car. You might need to do a little research to see how much my car is actually worth. So let's say your car is worth $10,000, but if you're still paying off the car, again, we're gonna be looking at that in the liabilities because that you don't own $10,000 of the asset. And by the way, all the categories that we've talked about so far, you can change these. They don't have to stick in stone. So if there's something that is not on here that is in your life, feel free to just add it, okay? And use this file for you and whatever's easiest for you. And even if you want to call it something specific, like you could call this primary residence, whatever, right? So however you want to do it, you can adjust these. I just wanted to let you know that. The next section is your retirement account, right? So if you have a 401k, if you have an IRA account, and luckily, again, this one's going to be a little easier. So you just go to your accounts that you have, and let's say you have $50,000 in those accounts, and that's pretty easy to determine how much it's worth because if you have $50,000, it's worth $50,000. Okay, so we're already done with the asset sides, and as you can see, it's been building up the entire time, and our total assets are worth $477,000. Okay, you can see over here, this net worth is taking our assets minus our liabilities. And right now it's saying our net worth is $477,000. Okay, so obviously we haven't done the liabilities yet, but we're off to a good start. So let's jump into the liabilities. And again, these categories you can change for you, however best fits you. I just put in some generic ones that I thought would apply to most people. So auto loans, right? So you have a car worth $10,000, but let's say you still have $2,000 worth of car payments, okay? So the value of your car for you, for your net worth, is $8,000, 10 minus 2, okay? Credit card debt. Again, this is pretty simple to determine. If you owe $10,000 to your credit card debt, that's a liability for you. You still owe someone $10,000. Let's jump to the mortgages, right? So we already said that our house was worth $400,000, but let's say you still have a mortgage that has $300,000. So for the purposes of this net worth exercise, only $100,000 of your house is positive net worth for you. And then let's just chuck in some student loans. Let's say you've got $20,000 of student loans. So pretty simple. That was our liabilities. It's totaled $332,000. And after we looked at assets minus liabilities, your net worth is $145,000. So obviously the way this file works, if you want your net worth to go up, you increase your assets or decrease your liabilities, or ideally both. Now, green is good with the net worth, okay? So we're positive 145. Let's just say, I'm gonna just put a crazy number here to get this to be negative, and it's going to say that we have a negative net worth of $5,000. So if this is red, this obviously means that you have a negative net worth. But remember, the most important thing is that you're actually tracking this, okay? It's not really about where you're starting today, it's about where you wanna go and how you're gonna get there and how you can reverse engineer reaching a financial goal. All right, guys, that was a quick hitting video on how to set up your net worth tracker. Make sure to check out the other files below, the budget template, debt payment calculator, emergency fund calculator, and let me know down in the comments what your goal is for your net worth in the next 12 months. I will see you in the next one.